What up? Welcome back. I'm a little mad right now because I just recorded the video and the microphone had turned off on me. But anyway, those are my problems to deal with. So what I had recorded in the video previously, I'll just try to repeat it again. And I want to say that, once again, I'm talking about watch out for these shady people. And one of them is Eddie Murphy. And I was thinking about what he did with Dolomite, which made me, the reason I thought about that is because of the way that Coming to America 2 came on. And that movie was just a complete joke. And he tried to make Dolomite just look ridiculous and stupid. I ain't a fan of Dolomite, but I at least wouldn't defame another man like he did Dolomite in that movie. And, you know, he made Dolomite basically just look like a bum. Dolomite wasn't funny to me. He was fake pimping to me. And, you know, he was a clown, but I could respect the fact that he was trying to get it. Despite what he was going through, or despite what anybody said about him, he went on and tried to shoot his own movie and start his own production since they thought he wasn't good enough. You know, and Eddie Murphy, you know, he tried to throw that in the movie that he made, but he basically was exploiting Dolomite. You know, so that was wrong. And I bet he wouldn't have did it if he was alive. I think Eddie Murphy, like self-prejudice or something. He against black people because he does some shady stuff. And he's an embarrassment. People think just because somebody stamps something on there, on something that says comedy, that it's supposed to be funny and you're supposed to laugh at it. I ain't with that. Y'all need to quit thinking everything a joke. Because a lot of people told me that Coming to America Part 2 was good, and I already figured Part 2 couldn't be good. You know, Part 1 was a good movie. It was about, you know, arranged marriages and how you can, you know, have your own mind. So in Part 2, they flipped it and said that, you know, basically men wasn't nothing but idiots. And the man that was supposed to be a man in Part 1, they made him look like he was just a tyrant. You know, he was dying in the movie and they was acting like, you know, he just screwed the homeland up. And that he didn't care what nobody said. But if you really pay attention, in Part 1, the wife was the reason that Eddie Murphy was able to come to America. And then on top of that, she was the reason that he was able to marry an American lady. You know, so Part 1 has some morals. Part 2, every man in it was a goofball. And the lady that was supposed to become queen, she was gonna be queen without a man. He's striking at humanity, because how do you reproduce? You reproduce with a man and a woman. So I don't have a problem with her being queen, but I got a problem with her being queen all alone. That's making our women feel like they can live life alone. They can do what they want to do alone. Or a man supposed to kiss their butt, or a man need them. You know, it's messed up the way that he did that movie. And every man in there was a goofball. He was a goofball. He didn't even care that he was fat in there. Then his son was a goofball, and they calling him a bastard. And, you know, he was just totally goofy and confused. Didn't have a clue what he wanted to do or how he wanted to do it. And then you got Wesley Snipes walking sideways and being all goofy and get beat up by the daughter, and then all of a sudden he not a threat no more. But he was a threat through the whole movie, but he not a threat after the daughter beat him up. Then you got this loser Rick Ross in there, this rapist that run around with this big platform promoting rape, telling people that they should be putting pills and drugs in females' drinks and taking them home and raping them. You know, so what type of person is that? Why do business with him if you mean any good to humanity? It's a shady, messed up thing going on out there. And we got to start paying attention, people. We can't just laugh at everything or listen to all kind of raps all the time just because that's what everybody is doing or everybody trying to do. Everybody needs to start paying attention. And then you won't have people getting raped and all that stuff so much. Everybody think it's funny till it happen to them or to their family. Like my man said in the one little news review, hide your husbands, hide your wives. People think that was funny. That wasn't funny, that dude was serious. Because he know people rape men and all of that. He wasn't gay because he just woke up and decided he was gay. Because you know what he did after he really started reading the Bible after he got money from his little interview? He found out that he was one of the real Israelites. He found out that the gay thing was an abomination in the Bible. And he decided to change his way, despite what somebody had did to him in the past. You know, and I'm not judging anybody. I'm not telling you to be gay. I'm not telling you to not be gay. I'm not going to tell you anything. Whatever you choose to do, that's your choice. You know, I don't discriminate against gay people because that's their own private life and that's their right to do whatever they want to do. And all I can tell you is that I see all kind of people do all kind of stuff, gay or not. So I'm gonna mind my business and know what I'm gonna be on. I'm not gay and I'm not gonna do no gay stuff. But also, I'm not a coward. I ain't gonna do no coward stuff. I'm not faking. I'm not gonna do no fake stuff. So all that go hand in hand to me. I ain't switching none of them up. Everything is either right or it's wrong. Ain't no in the middle. So just like I'm not hanging with no fake dude. You know, I hung with a fake dude before. And that's what he did, remain fake. You think that they won't eventually put some of their sauce on you? Whatever somebody is, eventually they gonna play with you like that. So why bother even being involved in something that you're not involved in? And the other thing is, everybody gonna try to, not everybody, but some of these slick people gonna try to give you a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, so that they can get you to go ahead and drift on towards the way that they are. So the whole thing is, what I'm trying to say is, watch everything. Don't accept nothing just because somebody say it's supposed to be funny, or somebody say that it's supposed to be cool, or the majority of people doing it. That ain't the way to roll. You know, and then the other thing is, Eddie Murphy want to play all these different people. Where does Witch Doctor come from on Coming to America? And then Wesley Snipes say, who ugly auntie is that? And you know, it's Eddie Murphy or Arsenio Hall playing this witch doctor, doing all this little lame stuff and talking about this bastard child, and you know, he throwing voodoo into the movie so that you can start to think about voodoo and accepting voodoo. There was a dude that they said, I'm finna give up one of my questions that I had for y'all, but that's okay because it's a learning opportunity. But it's a dude that they said was, he didn't even really believe in voodoo, but he made everybody else around him think that voodoo was real and destroyed a whole nation like that. I mean, he did some shady stuff. And to his own people. So, You got to watch all these people. You got to watch all this stuff going on. And they say that he didn't believe in voodoo, but I think he did because of some of the things that he did. It was just real bad. He was a real messed up person. And he was a doctor. A licensed doctor. And so all I want people to do is pay attention. Pay attention to these rappers. Pay attention to these movies. Pay attention to these commercials. Pay attention to these people popping up on YouTube. Because they saying a lot of crazy stuff too. Like, there's this one dude, what's that dude's name? I forgot what he called himself, but it's Alpha something. This dude say the stupidest things about what he supposed to be doing with women. How he interacting with women. And until I saw Kevin Samuels talking to him. If I hadn't seen Kevin Samuels talking to him, I would have never even knew this dude existed, because he a joke. And watching Kevin Samuels talk to him, and Kevin Samuels giving this dude props, also exposed a little bit of Kevin Samuels to me too, because if you feel like what Kevin Samuels say and all the different stuff that he putting out in the air for men and women, he talking about the CIA and FBI and being a high-value man and how women and men supposed to be together. If he was thinking what he's saying, he wouldn't have even bothered interviewing this dude, because this dude, I don't care if this dude have made money off of YouTube or how much money he got, this dude is lame. And he's some big light-skinned dude. He said he used to be a bouncer and stuff, and then he started doing this stuff because people was telling him he should do it. I'm gonna have to look it up and put it down on the screen so y'all can see it, because I can look it up. But the stuff he be saying, he trying to act like, you know, he's so hard and he rough on women. And the thing is, people falling for this stuff and women falling for this stuff because women putting a dollar price on the man. So you falling for suckers like him. And then like Kevin Samuels, he kind of feminine to me. While he said he's saying about women being feminine and all this stuff, he got some great points. He told them the truth about a lot of stuff about how men feel and how women should feel and all of that. But overall, I don't know if he's trying to make money for a show or he really feel like that, but every time on his show, I don't care what the woman is like or whatever, he trying to argue with them. So that's like that's some female stuff to me. And I can appreciate his show though, and I think people should watch it. And I think people can learn a lot from it. Just don't never try to be like nobody that you learning from. Be like you. Take some of the information they're giving you and use it in your life. Like he's saying about a high value man need to make $10,000 a month if you live in the Atlanta area. And a high value man can't cheat. It's not called cheating. You know, you checking out the people. So he putting all this in your head in order for him and other men that make money to use you. Because I'm making money. But I'm not thinking that if I got a woman or I'm telling a woman I'm with her, or I'm spending time with her, that I ain't cheating because I'm messing around with other women too, but she cheating if she messing around with other dudes. That's playing a game with your head. So while he telling you some stuff that you need to take heed to when it comes to dealing with a man or trying to be in a relationship, he telling you some of the right stuff, but he using that just like people did in the Bible. He using all of the good stuff so that he can dump his bad stuff off on you too. And then he can use you and he can have sex with as many women as he wants to. And then he like 20-year-olds and stuff. You like 50-some years old why do you want a relationship with a 20-year-old? He telling all these people that, you know, 20-year-olds should get with dudes 40-something if they want a high-value man making money. He hits on that you can build a relationship here and there, but overall he's saying, oh, but you want this kind of man. Rather than telling you to be stupid and try to get with this kind of man, he telling you, go ahead and get with this kind of man and just live by this man's rules, get banged, have kids, and just, you know, basically let this man be in control of you and do whatever he want to do with you. Because the man has control of the relationship. You know, it's a game that you got to pay attention to, because you can get used like that. In my opinion, a 20-year-old girl should be with a 20-year-old man, and they should be helping each other out. And the one thing that he do tell a fact about is family matters. So if this family is messed up, in order for this other person to have a decent relationship with somebody that know how to have a relationship, then they need to acknowledge that their family is messed up and go ahead and start building with that person, and they build on and continue to do what they do. He make another good point about women trying to have these big college degrees and stuff, and women thinking that men care about money because they care about money. He make a good point with that. But if you pay attention, then you can fix yourself, because you'll notice those bad attributes and you'll dispose of them. But if you don't, you'll keep listening to him. The next thing you know, an old man, which 50 is not old, but it is to a 20-year-old, talking about a relationship. So an old man banging you out and having kids by you, make you raise the kids, then in 20 years, when the kid is grown and he's 72 instead of 52, and the kids at school was laughing because the daddy was old and the mama was young. The little homeboys trying to bang their friend's mama because they see how old the daddy is. And then this dude die and leave you a widow. You got some money, but what? I'm telling you, I got some money. Money, after you get some money ain't gonna keep taking you nowhere. You need people. People come from God. Money don't come from God. So money not gonna help you. You gotta pay attention. You can get money. You can be with a man and help him get money. You know, but you gotta play your part. And men gotta play their part. Don't get with a bum. There's a lot of bums out here. Don't get with no bum. And I ain't talking about because somebody broke. A man got potential if he's willing to try. If he's willing to try, he gonna become somebody. If he's sitting around with his hand out, he most likely ain't gonna become nobody. But you gotta peep that out. That's the purpose of dating. And don't date for 4 or 5 years. Y'all know if y'all serious or not. I watched the Style OG. He can give you some good pointers. That's a good dude. And then the dude from the book of Alpha Romeo, he cool. He got a couple crazy things he say too, but he kind of cool. But that every woman need 2 men thing, he tripping with that. And then he talking about he got 2 women. I don't really believe him. Or they scrubs. They ain't no real woman. Because if you really trying to do something or be with somebody, you don't want extra people. If you do, the person that you with is sorry and you really don't want them anyway. So I was just thinking about these slick people that you're seeing on the camera. And I'm just telling you to watch out for them. Oh, another thing too, Snoop, I don't like him. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't like his character because I don't know that dude. But when I saw him and DMX doing their little show, how he was trying to stand in front of DMX because DMX was going harder than him and smoking weed and drinking in front of him, knowing that he was a recovering addict. I don't like that. That's fake. And then, speaking of DMX, I gotta tell you all about this dude I know that loved Tupac so much that he said he would kill somebody for Tupac. And this dude almost twice Tupac's age in a few years. You know, and so I'm trying to tell him, dude, Tupac probably would have spit in your face when he met you, if he met you. And you talking about what you would have did for him. All the people that he disrespected. Tupac was a fabricator. He was a rapper. He was a storyteller. He was an actor. You didn't know who Tupac was because Tupac didn't know who Tupac was. He was confused. He just had a lot of people around him. He made some good raps and good music. And so people just fell into it. And then the other thing is, don't forget that the devil rules music too. And then the dude got all crazy because I told him that DMX was a better rapper than Tupac to me. To me, the reason DMX was a better rapper than Tupac, he stuck to reality. He told you real stuff. And I know that DMX was a humble dude for a fact from an experience that I know of personally with him when he came to Michigan. When Tupac came to Michigan, he started a fight with our top rap group. When DMX came to Michigan, he showed nothing but love to people that I know personally. You know, so, and whenever DMX made an album, he paid mad respect to God. Tupac was always cursing God. DMX the better rapper than me, by far. I believe in God. I don't play about that. All that stuff Tupac was talking, that's what he was doing, talking. Because he'll tell you some stories that he didn't do for a fact. He made up a lot of stuff. While DMX made up some stuff, it was stuff that was happening right around him though, I can guarantee you that. Tupac was telling you stuff that wasn't happening. And Tupac was disrespectful. And that's how he ended up getting hit. I don't care about y'all being mad about me saying nothing about nobody. I'm telling the truth for humanity. My purpose of saying any of this stuff and telling you any of this stuff is for humanity. I'm trying to get us out the hole of being stupid. Too many of our people is just dumb because they believe any and everything. They believe all this different stuff be happening. They believe everything they hear. And I'm trying to help you out. You know, be mad, I don't care. Say I'm wrong for talking about this person or that person, I don't care. Come holler at me about it. And you'll see I got facts on everything I say. Everything I say, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna prove my point. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna prove my point. I ain't just talking. So, hit that subscribe, hit that like, hit the notification. Show me some love, I'll keep showing you some love. I'm gonna put together a nice little question show. Give y'all some nice little hard questions that got some interesting answers like I always do. Let y'all get paid. And we gonna go from there. I'm glad to hear y'all hollering at me again. Keep it coming.